But another important case unfolding today, of course, was in Pietermaritzburg. Judge Nkosinathi Cili dismissing on all the grounds, presented by former President Jacob Zuma for the recusal of prosecutor Billy Downer, stating that these arguments have already been addressed and rejected by other courts. The judge also finding no evidence that keeping Downer on the prosecuting team would infringe on Zuma's right to a fair trial. That matter has been postponed now to the 6th of February next year. This, of course, has to do with former President Jacob Zuma's corruption trial. Watching developments for us is our reporter, Simphiwe Makhanya, who joins us now live. And Simphiwe, I suppose few things would have taken anyone watching by surprise here. Nkosinathi Cili really echoing the sentiment of Judge Piet Koen, who presided over this case before he recused himself.
Certainly, Ayanda, and of course, on the 6th of February next year, we are expecting that former President Jacob Zuma's lawyers will, in fact, launch that appeal before this very court where we are. But Ayanda, to get a sense of really the breakdown of the reasons given by Judge Nkosinathi Cili here today, let's engage our legal analyst. That is Mr. Lwazi Kwacela, who has been here with us since the morning, really unpacking the proceedings of the judgment that has been delivered here by Nkosinathi Cili. Mr. Kwacela, thank you so much once again for your time. I mean, really, nothing new that has come out of the reasons provided by Judge Nkosinathi Cili today.
Thanks once again, Simphiwe. No, the judge simply relied on the grounds that in providing his reasons that were forged ahead by former President Zuma's lawyers in their application to have Advocate Billy Downer removed from the case, and there were 4 of those reasons, most of which actually were such which they purported to be disqualifications on the part of Mr. Downer to continue prosecuting in this matter. And the judge emphatically pronounced that most of those grounds were actually premised upon or mentioned in the several previous applications, one of which was a bid for Mr. Zuma, former President Zuma, to have an opportunity to privately prosecute Advocate Billy Downer. And most of those applications were actually dismissed, up to the apex court being, insofar as appeal matters are concerned, being the SCA. Judge Cili was of the view that in light of the fact that most of those applications were actually dismissed, it was under no circumstances to actually give a decision that will, under the circumstances, be in favor of Mr. Zuma, in light of the fact that those applications were actually dismissed by courts.
We heard from Advocate Billy Downer inside court as well, saying that the former president is engaging in delaying tactics as it relates to the appeals that is going to be taking on this particular matter. In fact, saying that one of the arguments they will present before the judge when that appeal is being heard is that whilst that is being heard, but the actual criminal trial does proceed. Has something like that ever happened in a court of law?
Simply, it has never happened. In terms of the rules, once there is a notice or an application to appeal, it is such that all other pretrial or preliminary proceedings are suspended pending the hearing of that appeal. Under the circumstances, President Zuma, as an aggrieved party, is well within his rights, is entitled to have the decision reviewed or appealed. What will transpire in terms of the judgment of the appeal is something to be seen in future. But it has never occurred where there is a notice of intention to appeal and you have a trial proceeding, because the appeal itself will have a direct impact of what happens on the trial itself.
So, in all likelihood, we can expect further delays?
Inevitably, we can expect further delays. I can safely say that I do not see the matter actually proceeding on the purported dates being sometime in April 2025, given the nature of these applications that have been brought forward.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Simphiwe.
That is Mr. Lwazi Kwacela, who is our legal analyst here outside the Pietermaritzburg High Court. Ayanda, indeed echoing the words that we are expecting the further delays on this particular matter, as we expect former President Jacob Zuma to appeal this decision that has once again been given by Judge Nkosinathi Cili, effectively dismissing his application, for Advocate Billy Downer to be removed from his criminal trial.
But I suppose the interlocutory applications continue. Simphiwe Makhanya, live to us there from outside the High Court in Pietermaritzburg. Thanks very much indeed.